Hello friends, and welcome to my channel. My name is Brian Hussar, and this is where I talk about my passions of the Beatles, music, movies, and physical media. Thank you to my new subscribers, and if you're roaming around, please hit that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up, and hit that bell too, so you can get notifications of new videos when I'm able to do them. Appreciate you sticking with me. So, I figured I would do a video on the home theater front. Or not so much home theater, but of some news that happened like a month ago. Now last year at this time, the big talk was Best Buy was no longer going to be stocking CDs. I did a video on that. And I basically gave my theories as to why. And it wasn't for people not buying CDs. Overall, it was because people aren't buying CDs at Best Buy. Now, in the home video front, the big news is that Samsung is no longer going to be making Blu Ray players. They're done. The model that they have out right now, whatever their current model is going to be the final model they're going to make. And that immediately has gotten people in a panic mode that physical media for movies is going to be no more. What? Physical media for movies is no more? Oh my gosh, you just had me upgrade to 4K UHD. I just upgraded to 4K UHD. I just got a 4K UHD player and a 4K UHD television. What? No more? Calm down, is what I say. Now, it is true, Samsung did say they are not going to be manufacturing any more players. And at the CES convention, which is a convention for home theater and entertainment, things like that, only 2 companies announced 2 new models. Samsung has said they're not going to make any more players. And I have a couple of theories about that. But recently I subscribed to 2 channels on YouTube. Home Theater Hobbyist and Spare Change. And these guys have knowledge, man. They have knowledge. And they did 2 videos on why physical media, especially for movies, is still important. And they got into the math. They got into the details, things that I've always said. The quality. People sometimes want convenience over quality, but there are still a lot of us that want quality over convenience. And they brought out the fact that, I'm not going to get into the math here, but on Netflix and streaming sites, especially for the UHD titles with Dolby Atmos, a 4K disc is able to hold more megabytes than a UHD title on Netflix, even with Dolby Atmos sound. Again, quality over convenience. For me. And there's a number of us out there that want quality over convenience. I'm proud of showing off my film collection. And this is only scratching the surface right here. But there's a lot of industry bloggers out there that are making sure people are in panic mode. Now, industry bloggers, I always feel they have an agenda. Now, there's a video I saw on there on YouTube where a gentleman who knows Bill Hunt from a website that I go to quite a bit called digitalbits.com. He said 2 or 3 years, the discs are going to be no more, nobody's going to be making them. He's going to say goodbye and hug his collection tightly. Don't think that's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen like that. I think there's a number of us here for movies that want physical media. And the interesting thing about the 2 channels that I spoke about, their videos about physical movies, the difference in the comment section that I see for them, that I did see for videos about Best Buy no longer stocking CDs. And basically it's all physical movies forever, physical movies forever. And I find that interesting, and I find that telling, and I find that refreshing. Now, Spare Change peeled away the layers of the onion here for Samsung. And he said a number of the reasons why Samsung is not going to be making Blu Ray players. Not that many people are buying Samsungs. Sony is doubling down. Sony is doubling down and coming out with a new high-end 4K UHD player, and so is Panasonic. He brought out the fact that Samsung never stopped with their curved design, which a lot of the other players have pretty much shrunk. You know, you don't need a big one anymore. They shrunk. But Samsung's got the curved design to match their short-lived curved televisions that they've had. A lot of the manufacturers have embraced Dolby Vision. Samsung has not embraced Dolby Vision. They've embraced HDR10, and HDR10 is fantastic if you want HDR. HDR10 is fantastic. But a lot of the manufacturers are going for Dolby Vision. And Samsung got a lot of studios to get on board with them. I think that's probably why Disney has not embraced Dolby Vision on their 4K UHD titles. They also haven't embraced Dolby Atmos on their standard Blu Ray titles, which you can do Dolby Atmos sound on a standard Blu Ray. They only give you Dolby Atmos sound on a 4K UHD disc, but that's another story, but still kind of relevant. So Samsung goes through all this trouble getting studios on board, just embrace HDR10, and that would be... Disney hasn't embraced Dolby Vision except for 2 titles. 20th Century Fox, which is now going to be Disney, hasn't embraced Dolby Vision. And also very few Sony Pictures Home Video, which I still call Columbia, they haven't embraced Dolby Vision as well. So that's another factor. They haven't embraced Dolby Vision. Now their televisions, their current model televisions that they have coming out, are going to have Apple iTunes on there. Now you can get movies on iTunes, and a lot of the UHD titles on iTunes have Dolby Vision. Spare change goes into that as well. How's that going to be with Samsung not embracing Dolby Vision, but iTunes is embracing Dolby Vision? I don't know. But there's a number of other factors in there as to why Samsung is not really going to be making Blu-ray or 4K UHD Blu-ray players anymore. I'm not totally panicking. Physical media for movies honestly has always been a niche market to begin with, even going back to the days of VHS. When you think about it, you would go into a music land and the VHS titles would be on one wall. That was it. One wall. And the wall would sometimes shrink. I think it was only Tower that had a major section for VHS and Laserdisc titles. But VHS was a niche market and Laserdiscs were a niche of a niche. Most people were going to Blockbuster and renting their movies. Friday night, you rent a whole bunch of movies and it was our version of Netflix and chill. So streaming, in my eyes, has taken the place of going to Blockbuster on a Friday or Saturday night. Streaming and physical media can coexist, but you're always going to have those people that want to buy the physical product, especially as far as movies go. I cannot watch a movie on my iPhone. I cannot watch a movie where I'm seeing massive pixelization. I cannot watch a movie when my Wi-Fi keeps on going out on me and it keeps on loading and loading and loading up. No. I could watch it on these high quality Blu-ray or 4K UHD Blu-ray discs with the best sound on a fairly decent system. You know, I don't have anything high end. You know, it's not what I could afford. Physical media for movies, like I said, has always been a niche market. Now, I never foresaw VHS going away and DVD replacing VHS. And I never saw DVD morphing into Blu-ray. And DVD is still out there. And I never saw 4K UHD, but Blu-ray and 4K UHD Blu-ray are both working together. Not everything, as I've said, needs to come out on 4K UHD Blu-ray. Standard Blu-ray is perfectly fine. And streaming could coexist with this as well. So I find that interesting that everybody's trying to panic now because Samsung is no longer going to make a player. But Sony still is. Panasonic still is. LG still is. All of them are embracing Dolby Vision. This isn't going away. And with the boutique companies, the Criterions, the Arrows, the Kino Lorbers, and the Shout Factories, we got a lot of good treats coming up in the next few months. and I'll talk about that in my next one. That's my take. Thank you guys all for sticking with me and watching this video. Please give me some comments below and let me know your thoughts. Please spread the word on my channel. I don't have a Patreon like everybody else. Should I do a Patreon? I don't know. I got a nice cult here and I'm happy with you guys. I love you all. Thank you. Till we meet again.